Next up, we've got a company, it is AI, but they're doing actually some really smart stuff to help create and analyze campaigns. Elad, do you want to come up and tell us more?
Hi. Okay, I now understand why Beyonce is taking her fans everywhere. I'm boiling. So we are Alison.ai, and we turn creative into thousands of different data sets. I used to work at Meta. I was a regional director for e-commerce tech and telco. And one thing that we used to say at Meta is that creative is the most important thing. And I want to show you something that one of my ex-colleagues at Meta is now saying on stage very publicly.
So this is where we get to this idea that creative is the new targeting. Targeting is not the thing that's going to give you that competitive edge anymore. It is really all about how your creative shows up on our platforms, how creative you can be, that is going to give you that performance edge. And in fact, creative is often the most important factor when it comes to predicting the audience your ad will reach and the price that you pay for that ad. Over 56% of auction outcomes can be attributed to creative. I actually think it's a little higher than this these days. And the thing is, we don't need the army of data scientists anymore. We need to be creative.
We don't need army of data scientists, we need to be creative. So creative is the most important thing, and not only Meta is saying that. Nielsen did a research on what contributes the most to achieving any media KPI. And you can see in the light blue, creative is the most important thing, more than targeting, more than reach, more than even brand assets. And when it comes to digital marketing, weak creative contributes only 16%. Average creative contributes 60%, and strong creative contributes 89%, more than media buying, more than brand. So creative is the most important thing. And the question is, what eventually makes a creative a strong one? So we know that creative is the new optimization. We know that creative predicts audience and engagement. We know that strong creative means that you reduce dependency on media buying, and what makes creative strong. And this is what we do at Alison. So Alison breaks creative into thousands of different elements. Anything you can think of, we can tie that with media KPI and understand how all of these things are correlating to success, to any media KPIs. And we are obsessed with that. And this is a checklist of few of the things that we can identify, starting with simple things like logo, colors, text position, background. For example, we can tell you that if you move the logo from right-hand side to left-hand side, ROAS will grow by 23%. Then we're moving into things around product, how the product is being presented, being consumed, what's the value proposition, what's the product color. Should you present a red lipstick or an orange lipstick? Then we're moving to the story. Character variation, which character is there? What's the character pose? Should they stand, sit? Should we have a close-up on their face? Different events, different environments, different outfit ideas, or different makeup ideas. Then we move into the structure, so we even understand the structure of the creative. We can understand how the transition pace, how many amounts of scenes are in the creative. We can also understand that, duration, format. And then the concept itself. What's the atmosphere? What's the concept? What's the type of messaging? And even influencers. So how each and every one of the influencers is contributing to achieving results. And eventually our offer to L'Oreal is that we're doing bespoke analysis, creative by creative, brand by brand, where we are automatically identifying thousands of different elements. We can compare their performance per platform. What working on Google won't work on Meta or TikTok, etc. Understand which creative feature perform per audience, concept, or stage of the funnel. We are also doing live analysis of creatives and also pre-flight. And we're doing competitor analysis where we can understand your competitors' creatives and see which features they're using. And the outcome is understand customer needs because we know what consumers want from you. We can save costs in creative production because you know what to include in the creative. Fast to market because we know what's working and we're very much time sensitive and platform sensitive. We have proven records of increasing ROAS and increasing media KPIs. And eventually, we are creating data-backed playbook for creative teams. So it's not A/B testing, it's not gut feeling, it's understanding creative in the deepest way possible.
Thank you, Elad. Round of applause. Guys, any thoughts or questions for Elad around this sort of structuring creativity?
Super clear, and it's actually very relevant because how you open with the creative is the new targeting is something that we are actually actively discussing at the moment. So no questions, yeah, really good.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Thanks to everyone, by the way, for those presentations, quite snappy. And it's quite reassuring actually what you guys were presenting, that like all the topics that you covered were actually super, super relevant to how, like what we're thinking, tools that we're developing, how we're approaching things. So big thank you. I'll let Cyril announce the winner. So yeah.
So we've decided as a winner, and that person was already talking our language, I think, that it would be Alison.ai.
Alison.ai, Elad, come up on stage. Congratulations. Big round of applause for Alison.ai. Little photo. Have we got a photo? Anyone want a photobomb our photo? No? We've got Elise, our roving photographer, ready to capture this wonderful moment. Congrats, guys.